All right, guys, we got a pretty cool announcement. We just opened a Patreon account, and that gives you all the ability to go subscribe to our Patreon for a small fee, and then you get added benefits for it. So any videos that we're not able to post on YouTube, like say full butchering videos, and we're going to start adding those. When we do our chickens, when we do our turkeys, when we do our rabbits, we can show you 100% of everything that we do when we process those. And currently we can't do that on YouTube. So we're going to be slowly adding those videos to Patreon. And you can sign up on our Patreon to see those. And the fee currently is $5 a month. And then as we add more content and go forward, I'm sure we'll adjust things. And yeah, so if you're not interested in the additional content, you are able to go there and still subscribe and still do the $5 a month if you'd like. And that helps support us in what we're doing and allows us to continue doing what we're doing. It also allows us to grow our homestead and farm. Although you don't have to, you definitely don't have to. You can definitely continue watching us on YouTube, and that helps as well. So thank you. All right, so we're gonna get up and get this stuff ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow we are going to start processing these chickens that we were supposed to process last week that we weren't able to get to. So we're going to start processing them tomorrow, and we just kind of need to get everything set up. The other thing I want to do is go in the garage, and we have an old drum style plucker. I'll show you that in a second, that we're going to use for the turkeys, because our current plucker, it's really hard on it when you go and start processing and throwing 10 to 15 pound turkeys through it. It says it's able to do that, but I really think it lessens the lifespan. So don't want to use it. Would rather use this other one we have. I'll give you a backstory on that one too. So we had a guy in town that was looking for some layer chickens, and he had this plucker, this barrel drum plucker advertised, and we ended up trading 5 layer chickens that weren't quite laying, they weren't quite to the age, but they wanted some, so we traded them 5 chickens for this plucker, and we used that plucker for the first year, and then we purchased this larger one because it doesn't really work well for chickens, because you gotta hold them with both hands. And yeah, I'll show you, it's pretty neat. So here's the plucker. It's like an old alternator is what it looks like, and then just a drum that somebody attached fingers to, and it just spins. It's got a belt on it. The feathers fall off, and they slide down this. You got a bucket underneath it, and yeah, it's pretty simple. It works pretty good. It's kind of hard to use with chickens though, because it will start ripping their skin. So you gotta be careful with it. So we're gonna attempt to use it on some turkeys. We haven't used it in a couple years, but we'll give it a shot. In the meantime, we'll get the rest of this stuff set up. All right, we're set up, ready to go. We got a regular plucker over there, a scalder, all of our kill cones, our turkey kill cone, our cool water bath, our ice water bath, an extra cooler just in case. We got our other plucker for our turkeys. We got our bagging station set up, and obviously our counters and everything ready to go in there. We got an extra table in case we need it, so we can probably bring this table out here. Set it right here. Not sure we'll need it, but in case we do, a couple chairs, and got our aprons. So we are ready to go tomorrow. So that should be fun. Be so happy to get some more of these chickens done, and maybe even some of these turkeys, because that means that we are getting closer and closer to the end of the season, which, you know, I love doing this, but I also love having a little break from doing this. So the winter provides that perfect break. So all right, so today we're going to be processing probably roughly 10 turkeys. We're going to give you a walkthrough on that, and we'll show what we can on YouTube. We won't be able to show the whole thing. The rest of that video, the whole video, will be on our Patreon, and we'll link that. But here, I want to show you what we do to get set up the inside job with the water. We put it on the oven inside the house, because the scalder we have is only a 110 scalder. They offer it in 220, but we bought the 110 since they didn't have a 220. It takes hours to heat up cold water. So if you were just, even this hot water, if we were to take it out there, it would take at least an hour or two to get it up to that 145 to 150 degree temperature. So this in here takes about 15 minutes per pot. We'll fill it in our tub, bring it out here, let it heat up on the oven for 15-20 minutes, go do our chores. After we're done with our chores, this first pot should be boiling, should be good to go. And then we'll do 2 more, just as hot as our hot water tank will go, and we'll put that in the scalder. And it takes three of these turkey fryer full of water to fill the scalder. So that's what we do. Beth's also got some broth boiling down here, slowly simmering. It's been on the oven all night. It smells delicious in here. All right, let's go outside and do this. All right, so what do you think? Just grab some turkeys and we'll...
I'm gonna pick some small ones.
Yeah, like him?
Yeah, and like that one and that one.
Okay. He might be a little bit too small. Yeah, that one's good.
No, this one's not too small.
No, I didn't mean him.
Oh.
Alright, next. You think he's 10 pounds?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Turkey got me right in the eyeball, and now it's all blurry. Fun stuff. One thing you gotta look out for though, don't have your face right next to their wings. And I did.
When they're hungry, they just come right to you.
Yep. So we're grabbing the smaller ones because 10 to 15 pounds, and then we'll just continue grabbing them over the next couple weeks. Maybe, yeah, there you go.
Heavy.
Easy turkeys. Alright, here's 5. Okay, so this is our setup that we do here on our homestead for turkeys. We have our 4-wheeler attached to this homemade trailer with an apple bin. We put 5 turkeys in here so we don't have to walk one at a time over here. We have our processing setup so that we only have 1 turkey cone, so we'll put the turkey in there. We'll show you how we do that. Slit the neck, let all the blood drain out. From there, we leave the basket right there out of our scalder because it is, with the basket in there, it is not big enough to fit a full turkey. So we use that. That's our chicken plucker. We don't like to use that for our turkeys because it is just not quite big enough and it struggles a lot and we don't want to ruin it. So we have this one that I was telling you about and it works great. This thing just spins. You hold the turkey here. What we'll probably do is take some of the bigger feathers off from the back end and from the wings. Just makes it easier. But yeah, you hold the turkey and this just plucks the feathers right off for you. After that, we'll eviscerate them. We got our knife set up here on our stainless steel table. We got our bucket to throw all the guts and everything into. After that, they go into the sink here, which these turkeys are pretty big, so they might not fit in here. We might have to use our hose to just kind of spray them down. From there, they go into our cool water bath, which is just well water temperature. And then from there, they'll sit in here about a half hour or until probably like 2 or 3 turkeys are in here. And then they'll move to the ice bath. We haven't put any ice in it, but when we get ready to move them, that's when we start adding the ice into it. From there, after they're done in here, sitting here for an hour or 2, they will move over to the table here where they will dry for a few minutes and then we'll start getting them bagged. We don't have any of that stuff set up yet, but we've been in there about 20 seconds now. There you go. That's about 30 seconds. Yep, that's perfect. And that's what you want to look for, is to make sure these feathers come off really easily. And they do. That's great. All right, we're just about done with the first 5 turkeys of the day. We're going over to get the other 5. If you want to see how we do this process fully, since we are not able to put a lot of the kills and stuff on YouTube, we've just recently started a Patreon, and we're going to be having these full videos unedited on Patreon. And that's $5 a month, where you can pay $5 and get the videos we have and cancel in a month. It's all up to you. But yeah, we're going to be adding those on there here real shortly. All right, let's go load up the next 5.
Grab kind of a fat one because it's probably going to be huge by next section.
Okay, 5 more. Let's get to this. All right, so we've got our turkeys moved to the ice bath here. We need to add a little bit more ice. But you can see what our cool water looks like now. It was clear, it's now pretty cloudy, and it's got a lot of red in it. So we will take it and we will empty it. And we will start fresh with cool water, clean water, and we'll use that for the next 5 turkeys. And then that's all we're gonna process today is 10. All right, we're just about finished up. We just finished up our full Patreon video, so we're gonna get that up today. And yeah, so we did 10 turkeys today. Tomorrow we're gonna do as many chickens as we can. We just ordered more bags. We have about 100, so we can do up to 100 birds. But yeah, we don't like to do probably more than 50, 60 in a day, because that's a long job. It's a lot of work, extra work for Elizabeth too. She has to stand out here for another couple hours and bag them. So yeah, there you go.